Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Mortal Kombat 2 marks the eagerly anticipated return of the beloved fighting game franchise to the silver screen. Mortal Kombat 2021 introduced many audiences to the series for the first time. The movie tells a unique story in the Mortal Kombat universe while paying homage to the source material. It also includes some incredible recreations of our favorite fighters from the games. The new Mortal Kombat movies do not follow on from the 90s films. Mortal Kombat 1995 and Mortal Kombat Annihilation tell their own contained stories, though they feature many fighters from the games and the latest films. There was a lot of hype for Mortal Kombat 2's release, following an aggressive marketing campaign with several slick trailers. At the time of writing, Mortal Kombat 2 seems to have delivered on those high expectations, boasting an impressive reception from moviegoers. The cast is superb, made even stronger by the wildly charismatic Karl Urban as Johnny Cage. Urban adds a lot of humor to the story alongside Josh Lawson, who reprises his role as Kano. The movie also has plenty of moving parts with such a massive cast, all vying for their turn in the spotlight. Fans of the video games will tell you that Mortal Kombat lore is surprisingly complex. There are multiple timelines, spin-offs, and the power levels between the Mortal Kombat cast are all over the place. Mortal Kombat 2 has a straightforward story on the surface, but the ending is quite ambiguous. Several important characters also die in the latest film, dramatically changing the movie's outcome. Kung Lao again. Kung Lao, Max Huang, has had a terrible time in the new Mortal Kombat film so far. Shang Tsung defeated him in Mortal Kombat 2021, leaving him for dead after consuming his soul. Mortal Kombat 2 introduces audiences to a mainstay of the games, Quan Chi, Damon Harriman. He's a dangerous necromancer, and arguably stronger than Shang Tsung based on previous lore. Quan Chi resurrects Kung Lao in the 2026 film, and he returns as a fighter for Shao Kahn instead of Earthrealm. Kung Lao seriously injures Raiden, Tadanobu Asano, crippling Earthrealm's forces. He also has an intense battle against Liu Kang, Ludi Lin, in the tournament. It's a close fight, but Liu Kang emerges victorious. Kung Lao uses his spinning bladed hat as a fatality move in the games, and Liu Kang impales him on his own weapon to win the fight. As the battle ends, Liu Kang pledges to bring him back once again in the future. Time will tell if this occurs in a sequel. Shao Kahn defeats Cole Young. Eagle-eyed fans who analyze the trailers likely expected something bad to happen to Cole Young, Lewis Tan in Mortal Kombat. 2. The fighter from the 2021 film barely featured in the teaser material, and now we know why. Cole Young is an established fighter for Earthrealm in the new movies. He battles Shao Kahn, Chin Han, in a tournament match in a sewer reminiscent of an arena from the video games. Young's power suit wasn't fully explained in the 2021 movie, but we now know it absorbs damage, increasing Cole's strength in the process. As overpowered as that may sound, he didn't stand a chance against Shao Kahn. The fearsome ruler of Edenia is using the amulet of Shinnok, which grants him godlike power. Cole puts up a valiant fight, and it even seems like he gains the upper hand at one point. Sadly for the Earthrealm hero, Shao Kahn overpowers him, slamming him to the ground. He deals a killing blow by crushing his head with his mighty war hammer. Death may not be final in the Mortal Kombat universe, but it's hard to see how. Cole comes back from such a brutal end. The character was a polarizing addition to the roster, as he doesn't feature in the games. He may not have survived, but he went out swinging. Sonya beats Sindel. Mortal Kombat 2 introduces another character from the games and the Mortal Kombat Annihilation movie into the story. Sindel, Anna Thu Nguyen, is Kitana's mother and faces Sonya, Jessica McNamee, in a claustrophobic pit littered with spikes. Sindel uses her trademark scream attack, but is ultimately overpowered by Sonya and her new energy powers. The pair trade blows, but Sonya emerges victorious, impaling her opponent on a spike. We see Sindel return in some form later in the movie. Quan Chi presumably resurrected her, but we don't really know what condition she is in, or if she could still fight again in the future. Jax dies. Jax, Makad Brooks, is an established character in the video games. He is a main character in Mortal Kombat Annihilation and the 2021 film. All the Earthrealm fighters have some amount of plot armor, but it's not enough to save Jax in Mortal Kombat 2. Our heroes plan a daring raid to steal the amulet of Shinnok from a secure hold in Edenia. It's enclosed in a cage so strong that even Liu Kang cannot free it. Shao Kahn arrives to protect the trinket and battles Liu Kang and Sonya. Jax manages to free the amulet with his incredible strength, as Shao Kahn is distracted, but ends up in a 1v1 battle with Edenia's conqueror. It's not a close fight, and Shao Kahn is far too strong for Jax. Kahn defeats Jax by skewering him through the throat with the hilt of his hammer. Scorpion defeats Bi-Han once again. Scorpion, or Hanzo Hasashi, Hiroyuki Sanada, returns in Mortal Kombat 2, although he is unwilling to help our heroes when we first see him. Raiden sends Johnny Cage and Kano to meet him, as he can guide them through the Netherrealm to retrieve the amulet of Shinnok. Kano tells Scorpion that Sub-Zero is back, prompting him to take action. Bi-Han takes an entirely different form from the 2021 film this time around. He's no longer Sub-Zero as we previously saw him, and instead returns as Noob Saibot. Fans of the games will likely be elated by his inclusion, although his appearance isn't nearly as dramatic as some would prefer. The credits explicitly call the character Bi-Han, with no mention of Noob Saibot, so he will likely remain as a nod to fans of the games and little else. The battle in the Netherrealm is one of the movie's climactic scenes. The stakes are high as our heroes try to retrieve the amulet from Bi-Han. Scorpion ultimately gets the upper hand in their battle and slices him in half from top to bottom. It's a satisfyingly gory kill, although death seems more like an inconvenience to Bi-Han, and we will likely see him return in the future. Liu Kang's fate is unclear. Liu Kang and Shao Kahn's battle at the end of the movie is slick and stylish, but leaves more unanswered questions than any other fight. We've seen the pair brawl before, but Shao Kahn still boasts godlike strength thanks to the amulet's power. There are several moments in the fight where it seems that Liu Kang has the upper hand. His strength isn't thoroughly explored in the new movies. He's arguably the strongest fighter in the entire roster based on the 90s films and extraordinarily powerful in the games. We've seen his grand feats with fire in the new films, but they aren't enough to save him from Shao Kahn. Just like his encounter with Jax, Shao Kahn stabs Liu Kang with the handle of his warhammer. The big difference here is that Liu Kang doesn't simply die. In his final exchange with Shao Kahn, Liu Kang exclaims that he knows he is not the chosen one and swears to bring back Kung Lao. Moments later, he seemingly flies away in flames. His death is notably less final than Cole's and Jax's, as it's unclear what just happened. We know death isn't always permanent in the Mortal Kombat universe. Liu Kang has also died multiple times in the games and has been resurrected. The ending of Mortal Kombat 2 makes a return a real possibility, assuming a third movie does happen. Shao Kahn dies. Shao Kahn is the undisputed main antagonist in Mortal Kombat 2. The intimidating warrior racks up quite the body count and meets his grisly end at the hands of a fighter you may not expect. The 2026 movie greatly fleshes out Kitana's Adeline Rudolph story. We learn that Shao Kahn killed her father to assume control of Edenia. He also raised her as a daughter. She's a skilled warrior and beats Johnny Cage, but lets him live during the first battle of the tournament. She later defects to the Earthrealm team and battles Shao Kahn alone. During the battle, Johnny Cage and Kano destroy the amulet of Shinnok in the Netherrealm, leaving Shao Kahn vulnerable. Kitana capitalizes on his weakness and removes his helmet in front of the crowd. She then slices his head in half with her fans. Unless Quan Chi can revive Shao Kahn with only half a head, it's safe to say he will not return in a sequel. The Mortal Kombat 2 ending sets up a third movie. The ending of Mortal Kombat 2 doesn't just tease a sequel, it makes it seem guaranteed. The movie concludes the Mortal Kombat tournament. With Shao Kahn defeated, Earthrealm has won and broken the cycle of losses. Technically, Earthrealm's victory means our heroes have saved the world from invasion, even though a few notable antagonists survived. There are many loose plot threads by the time the credits roll. For starters, we have no idea what Shang Tsung is up to. The legendary sorcerer barely features in the latest movie, nor does he battle any Earthrealm fighters. We see some tension between him, Shao Kahn, and Quan Chi, so he could potentially become the main antagonist in a sequel. Liu Kang's fate is so ambiguous that it practically begs explanation in a new story. We know he wants to bring Kung Lao back, but we have no idea how this would work, or if he's even alive. Kano was a villain in Mortal Kombat 2021. He defects and is resurrected in Mortal Kombat 2. He apprehends Quan Chi at the end of the film, which opens up countless possibilities for a new movie now that the Earthrealm forces have captured a necromancer. The Amulet of Shinnok also opens the possibility that we could see Shinnok himself. He's a fallen elder god, and fans of the Mortal Kombat 11 video game will likely remember a particularly brutal encounter between him and Raiden. The best part of the ending to Mortal Kombat 2 is that it leaves room for a sequel without just teasing audiences with a cliffhanger. Every Earthrealm fighter has the chance to return thanks to Quan Chi's power, and a potential Mortal Kombat 3 could focus on Shang Tsung, Shinnok, or the consequences of resurrection. And we're in the end of the video now, and another awesome video. I will meet you again. Bye guys, have a good day.